with your colleagues.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. So, Ahlam, go ahead, please. Carry
Can
on.
we-
What you...
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Would you please move to the one before this?
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So, Ahlam talked about semantics. Ahlam talked about subfields of semantics, lexical semantics at the word level, compositional semantics for larger units, phrases and clauses, and pragmatics language in use. And she also talked about the truth value or the truth condition of the sentence. So Jack swims. Is it true? If you know the meaning of Jack and swims, and if you believe that Jack is someone who can swim, then this sentence is true for you. If you know that Jack doesn't swim or can't swim, then this means that
This is not the truth.
this sentence is not true. Yes, Ahla, go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah. So knowing the meaning tells you how to determine the truth value.
Yes.
It doesn't make a sense to say that they are always true or false sentences. Rather, are true or false in a given situation, like Jack swims. There is two types of sentences, which are tautologies. Restricted number of sentences are indeed always true, regardless of the circumstances. For example, circles are round, or the person who is single is not married. These sentences, we can say this is a false sentence, this is a true sentence, always. And
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So in the previous sentence, Jack swims can be true and can be false, depending on the context. So if Jack can swim, then this sentence is true. If Jack can't swim, then this sentence is false. But tautologies are sentences that are always true, regardless of the circumstances or the context. So when we say circles around, so this sentence is always true. The person who is single is not married is always true. Yes.
And we
Excellent.
have another type, which is contradiction. If sentences are always false. For example, circles are squares, or a bachelor is married. These sentences are always false, regardless of all the circumstances.
Exactly. So when we say circles are square, this sentence is false. This sentence is contradictory.
Yeah, contradictory.
All the time. So this sentence is false, always false. Yes.
So these are redundant or needless repetition, because we don't need to say like king is a male or queen is a female to complete the meaning of the sentence.
Right.
Okay. And now let's move on to entailment and related notions. Entailment means one sentence entails another. If one first sentence is true, the second one is also true in all conceivable circumstances. For example, when we say Jack swims beautifully and Jack swims, we can entail them like this. Jack swims beautifully entails Jack swims. So if you ask yourself why we don't say Jack swims entails Jack swims beautifully. If Jack swims, that doesn't mean that he swims beautifully. Maybe he's a poor swimmer. So we can't start with this sentence. So if Jack swims beautifully, then he for sure Jack swims. So Jack swims beautifully entails Jack swims, not the reverse. Entailment goes in one direction. So while the sentence Jack swims beautifully entails Jack swims, the reverse is not true.
Exactly. So if Jack swims beautifully, then when we say Jack swims beautifully, then this sentence entails that Jack swims. But the opposite or the reverse is not true. Like when we say, if Jack swims does not entail that Jack swims beautifully, because as Ahlam mentioned, that he can be a poor swimmer. Exactly.
Yeah. So Jack swims entails Jack swim beautifully is a wrong sentence. So if we can say Jack swims beautifully if a sentence A equal B, but A doesn't equal A. But B doesn't equal A. Negation both sentences reverse the entailment. So if you want to reverse the sentence, you have to negate them. Like Jack doesn't swim entails Jack doesn't swim beautifully.
Exactly. So if we negate the sentences, Jack swims beautifully and Jack swims. So if we say Jack doesn't swim beautifully and Jack doesn't swim, so now that we get the reverse pattern. So Jack doesn't swim entails Jack doesn't swim beautifully, because if he can't swim, then he can't swim beautifully. Excellent.
Yeah. Now let's talk about synonyms. Synonyms are true sentences or are both true or both false with respect to the same situation. Synonyms, words or sentences have the same meaning, like start, beginning, or Jack borrowed the meeting, or Jack postponed the meeting. They all have the same meaning. So if two sentences are synonyms, so they entails each other because they have the same meaning. In this situation, we can reverse them because A equal B and B equal A.
Yes.
So if we say Jack borrowed the meeting entails Jack postponed the meeting, or Jack postponed the meeting entails Jack borrowed the meeting, they both true. They are both true.
Synonymous sentences, or they are, like say, start and begin. Start and begin. These are lexical synonyms. Lexical at the word level. Start and begin. And at the sentence level, we call them synonymous sentences, or we call them paraphrases. So sentence A paraphrases sentence B, and sentence B paraphrases sentence A. And these two sentences entail each other. So it is different from Jack swims sentence. So if Jack, exactly, if Jack part of the meeting, this sentence entails Jack postponed the meeting. And if Jack postponed the meeting, entails Jack part of the meeting.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So if A were true, B would have to be true. And if it also entails A, then whenever A is false, B would have to be false.
Yes.
Contradictory sentences, when one of the sentences is true, the other is false. For example, if we say Jack is alive is a true sentence, so Jack is dead is a false sentence, and vice versa. So the sentences are contradictory if one is true and the other is false sentence. So how we can entail them? If we want to entail the contradictory sentences, we can say the sentence, the first sentence entails the negation of the other sentence.
Exactly.
For instance, if we say Jack is alive, so Jack is alive entails the negation of Jack is dead. Jack is alive entails Jack is not dead. And if we say Jack is dead, so Jack is dead entails Jack is not alive. So A entails the negation of B.
Excellent. Because you can't be alive and dead at the same time. And here, just one point, Ahlam, that here we talk about normal circumstances. We don't talk about rhetorics, البلاغة. Like we can describe someone who is alive, like we say he is dead. Or when we say فلان ميت, we mean he's alive, but he is considered as a dead person. He doesn't do anything. So in this case, this is metaphorical metaphorical meaning. So balagha. In this case, we don't talk about metaphor or metaphorical meaning, or in this case, we talk about normal circumstances. So if someone is alive, then he can't be dead at the same time. So Jack is alive. If Jack is alive is true, then Jack is dead is false.
Yeah.
Now, Jack is alive entails the negation of the other sentence. So like we say, if Jack is alive entails Jack is not dead. And if Jack is dead entails Jack is not alive.
So
Yes.
that's what I have.
Bravo.
Okay. Thanks for your listening, guys.
Thank you so much, Ahlam. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, Ahlam. Bravo.
Thanks for you too.
So Ahlam, I'm going to share my screen with you, and before I give the floor to other students to continue. So Ahlam finished talking about semantics in general, the study of meaning, why do we need semantics at the lexical level, at the phrase closed sentence level, and then she talked about truth value or truth condition, and she talked about entailment, and she talked about synonymous or paraphrases, and tautologies, and contradictory sentences or statements. So we are going to skip ambiguity and the principle of compositionality because we already discussed this. So the boy saw the man with the telescope. This is an ambiguous sentence. And then we said we need two trees because either the man saw the boy using the telescope or by using the telescope, or so the man used the telescope to see the boy, and or the boy saw the man, and the man had the telescope. So in one sentence, this one here we have that with the telescope, this prepositional phrase modifies the verb. So the boy saw the man how? By using the telescope. So the boy used the telescope to see the man. So the prepositional phrase with the telescope modifies the verb see. That's why everything is included under the VP, under this VP. But in the second case, the boy saw the man with the telescope, and here this prepositional phrase modifies the man, so it is under the V bar. Okay? So in this case, in sentence one, the prepositional phrase, sorry, just I want to make sure that I said it correctly. So in this sentence, the prepositional phrase with the telescope modifies the man. Did I say that it modifies the verb? So this sentence here, are you following? Please pay attention to this. The prepositional phrase, this one with the telescope, modifies man. That's why the prepositional phrase, this prepositional phrase is attached within what? Within this NP. So what's the meaning according to this sentence? Who can tell me? What's the meaning according to this sentence? سورة.
Yes, دكتور.
في حدا بده يجاوب؟
أحمد or who? Basil or سورة, go ahead.
The man who is picking up the telescope.
So here,
That.
with the telescope modifies man. So the man has or had the telescope. Maybe at the beginning I said it the other way around. So here, you see this prepositional phrase with the telescope modifies man. That's why they are all under the N bar or the NP. Okay? So this means the meaning here is that the boy saw the man who had a telescope. The man had the telescope. But the prepositional phrase in the second sentence with the telescope here modifies the verb see. Modifies the verb see. How did the boy see the man? So here in
By a telescope.
By using, so the boy used the telescope to see the man. So here you see that we have the verb, then we have the NP, the man, then we have the PP, and here the PP is not attached within the NP. Compare it with the sentence to the left. So the sentence to the left here, we have the PP is attached, so it modifies the man, so it is attached within the NP. So the PP here is a smaller constituent that is attached within the NP because it modifies man. But in the second case, we have the NP, the man alone, and then from V bar, we have the PP. So this PP is attached within the verb phrase or the V bar because it modifies the verb see. So if I give you this tree in the exam, and then I ask you, according to this tree, what's the meaning according to this tree? Then you have to say, the boy used the telescope to see the man. But the meaning according to this tree is that the man saw the boy, we don't know how, and the man had the telescope. Okay? Compositional semantics. I'm going to skip semantic rules. So please, page 138, just to make this very clear. So semantics, from page 133. 133, please. You can write this down. 133, 2. $137 included. 138, 2. Okay. 138 to 1. What's the number of this page? 143, not included. Okay, not included. Now we move to metaphor. And who's going to present metaphor? Yara?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Okay. So very quickly, I wanted to say, okay, when we say anomalous sentences, anomaly, remember Chomsky's sentence, colorless green ideas sleep furiously. We said that if something is colorless, then it can't be green, and ideas don't have colors, and ideas don't sleep, and they don't sleep furiously, angrily. So in this case, we say that this sentence is anomalous. Anomalous means uninterpretable. I mean, it is wrong, it doesn't have meaning. So this is the meaning of anomalous sentence. So now we move to metaphor. Metaphor, and your colleague Yara is going to present this part for us. So 133 to 137 included, 138 to 143 not included. Okay. And now your colleague Aya is going to continue talking about metaphor. And then after metaphor, just to give you an idea, we will have Amina for idioms.
Yes.
And then we will have Hamza Mahroum for lexical relations, reference and sense. And we will have Tabarak for lexical relations. And that's it. Okay. So yes, I'm going to stop sharing and then I'm going to make Yara the co-host. Yara, would you please raise your hand so that I can see you and make you the co-host? Okay. Yara, now you are the co-host and you can share your screen with us. Excellent, yes. Yes, yeah.
Can you see my screen, Doctor?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Hi, guys. Today I'm gonna explain a metaphor, so let's go.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing I want to tell you, what is metaphor? Metaphor is figure of speech used to describe an object or action in a way that is not true, literally true, but helps to explaining an idea or making a comparison. In another word, often uses something to represent another thing or directly refers to one thing by mentioning another. A metaphor may have a literal meaning as well as their metaphorical meaning. In some sense, they are ambiguous. Here we have extra information. The word metaphor originated from a Greek metaphora, which means to transfer or to carry over. Example, time is money. We know that
Bravo, yeah, nice.
Thank you. We know that the money is something and the time something else. So if we look at the money, we know that that money has more than literal meaning. Here, the money means spending or saving time.
Okay, so here we know that money is something and time is something else. So in reality, like we say, what time is it? You don't answer me 5 JDs. If I ask you, what time is it? Or what's the time? Or what time is it? What time is it? You tell me it's 12:30, 12:30. So time is something and money is something else. But when we say time is money as a metaphor, then what do we mean here? We mean that, yes, when you work, so in the West, particularly, they work by hours. Let's say each hour is $20. So you work 5 hours, you get $100. So for them, time is money. This is a metaphor because you say time is money and you mean that time is very important, and it is very important. Time is very important as money because when you work, you get money, and this is time.
Okay, here we have another example. My brother was playing map. We know that the person does not point, so we go to symbolism, meaning And then
Yes.
think a little bit about it and get the subtext that he was too angry or furious.
Yes, he was very angry. He was too angry.
Her voice is music to his ears. Some people use music as
Yes, Noor,
expression
exactly.
of happiness, so we can translate it as her voice make him feel happy.
Yes.
Ali was a cheetah at the race today. We know that the cheetah is the fastest animal, and someone who writes it does not mean that Ali looked like a cheetah. She
So
or
like when we
he,
say Ali was a cheetah, we mean that Ali was very or was so fast.
yes,
Yes, no.
was fast as a cheetah.
Yes, exactly.
She is a fish. Also here, we want to say that she's swimming very well as a fish. Where we can use it. We use it unconscious in our daily.
Sorry, Yara, but Zainab, I think maybe your internet connection is not, because I can hear Yara very well. So maybe you need to check your internet connection. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. We use it
Yes,
unconscious in our daily dialogue, but common use in literary more than anything else. Here we have two things similar to metaphor. We call it idiom and simile. Simile is identical to metaphor.
Simile.
Okay. Simile, it's identical to metaphor, but one difference between them. In simile, we use as, for example, she is as a sunshine of my life. If we delete as, it's become a metaphor.
Yes. So the difference between the metaphor and the simile is the use of as and like. If we use as or like, then it becomes a simile, as we have in Arabic tashbih.
Yes.
Okay.
She is like my mother, always telling me what to do. Idiom, the difference is in metaphor we can suggest the meaning, but in idiom you have to at least. Significance of using metaphor. Sensory detail in the form of metaphor help reader imagine. Add powerful to help a familiar concept in a way and help to explain any clear topic. It's the end of my presentation, but learning never ends. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you so much, Yara. Bravo. Thank you. So as Yara mentioned, that in metaphors can be ambiguous. Sometimes they have literal meaning, but in most cases, in metaphor, so if I ask you in the exam, in metaphor, we focus on metaphorical meaning, rhetorical meaning, true or false? True or false? In metaphor, we focus on metaphorical meaning or rhetorical meaning. Come on, guys, this is so easy.
True, Doctor.
In metaphor, we focus on metaphorical meaning.
Yes. Yes,
Doctor. True.
Yes, this is true, definitely. Yeah. So as Yara mentioned, that in metaphor, we focus on the metaphorical meaning. So, but sometimes you see my screen now, metaphors may have a literal meaning, as Yara mentioned, their metaphorical meaning. So in some sense, they are ambiguous. However, when the semantic rules are applied to an expression such as walls have ears, we say this in Arabic, right? The literal meaning is so unlikely. So in this case, if I ask you, walls have ears, is a metaphor that has a literal meaning.
Yes, true.
But is the literal meaning, the literal meaning is so unlikely that listeners use their imagination for another interpretation. So when we say walls have ears, we know that walls, this is a word in English and it has meaning, and ears, a word in English. But in reality, we know that in the real world, walls do not have ears. But why do we accept this metaphor? Why do we accept this sentence? We accept it because we know that here we don't mean the literal meaning of walls and have an ears, because we know that in reality walls don't have ears, and we mean the metaphorical meaning that you need to be careful. Someone can listen to, someone can hear you, and what you're saying can be taken against you. Okay? As Yara mentioned, time is money. We know that time is something and money is something else, but we take this as a metaphorical, the metaphorical meaning, and we need to use it so time equals money. It's when you work in the West, every hour, let's say, is worth $20, so time is money for them. So here you see, it is necessary to know that in our society, we are often paid according to the number of hours or days worked. Time, which is an abstract concept, is the subject of multiple metaphors. Like we say, sometimes we say, we save time, we waste time, we manage time, we push things back in time, and so on. These are all metaphors. Excellent. So now we move to Amina. Would you please raise your hand, Amina, so that I can make you the co-host? Thank you. And Amina is going to talk about idioms. Now, Yara mentioned something important, that here a metaphor is similar to simile, tashbih, but they are different in that in simile we use like or as. She is as quick as the cheetah, or she is like my mother, and so on. This is simile, not metaphor. Okay. Now, Amina, would you please share your screen with us, Amina? Yes. Amina is going to talk about idioms. Yes, Amina?
Yes, doctor.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello, everybody. I'm Amina Bani Mustafa, and today I'm gonna present an idiom. So let's. The first thing we should know is what's the meaning of idioms, or what is an idiom. It's a linguistic expression whose meaning cannot be predicted from the usual meaning of its constituent elements. We have another definition. An idiom, also called idiomatic expression, is an expression, word, or phrase that has a figurative meaning conventionally understood by native speaker. This meaning is different from the literal meaning of this idiom's individual elements. In other words, idioms don't mean exactly what the words say. They have hidden meaning. Hidden meaning, yes. Yes. Now, let's say... and in this case, Amina, metaphors and idioms are similar, because metaphors have hidden meaning, and they don't have, in most cases, we don't interpret them literally, and the same thing for idioms. Yes. Like in idioms, there's a hidden meaning, so we don't mean the meaning of the individual words, but when we put these words together, we get an idiomatic expression. Yes. Excellent, nice. Now we have this example, a piece of cake. When we say a piece of cake, we don't literally mean a piece of cake. We use it like an idiom, which means something is simple to accomplish. Like when we say the exam was a piece of cake, that means... Excellent, 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 Amina. So if we say, and don't forget, Amina and everyone, that sometimes we can say, I am gonna bring you a piece of cake from the kitchen.
So here I really mean a piece of cake.
Yes.
But when I say the exam was a piece of cake, I
That's
mean
very easy.
we know that the exam can never be cake. But here we mean the exam was easy. Okay, simple. Yes. Bravo.
Another example, it's raining cats and dogs.
Excellent.
Does it literally or really raining cats and dogs? Of course not. When we say that it's raining cats and dogs, we mean that it's raining very hard or heavy rain.
Heavily. Yes, it's raining heavily. Excellent. So here, this is an idiomatic expression because we have to say cats and dogs. We can't say it's raining elephants and horses. No.
Yes.
In Arabic, what do we say, Amina?
It's raining cats and dogs.
Yeah, in Arabic. It's raining cats and dogs in English.
Yeah, no, check it in any.
Sometimes to describe the snow, to describe the snow.
أذانك طاب أذانك
Yes. Who said this? This is in standard Arabic. We say تمطر بغزارة, but in who say Ahmed or
كثير أو قوي الشتاء قوي.
عقبة. What did you say, عقبة?
أذانك طاب.
Yes, right. So when we wanna say it snows heavily,
yeah,
then we say أذانك طاب. Yes, right. We know that this cannot be taken literally, because we know that rain can never be cats and dogs.
Yeah.
But or أذانك طاب as we say in Arabic for snow. But this is an idiomatic expression, and we do not take the meaning of the individual words, cats and dogs here. We don't mean the literal meaning. Here we mean the idiomatic expression, and it's raining heavily. Yes.
دكتور أول مرة بسمع فيها أذان كبار أنا. Sorry.
Not كبار, قطاط.
قطاط.
Yes. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
This is colloquial. This is
Okay.
This is عامية. Yes.
This idiom, the apple of my eye, it literally means the central part of the eye. But when it tells you that you are the apple of my eye, or you are the apple of his eye, that means you are the most favorite person for him, and you are already have a very precious place on his or her heart, and
Excellent.
one most cherished above others.
Excellent.
قرة عيني بالعربي.
Exactly. Excellent. So see the apple of my eye. This means here we don't talk about apples even. And we don't talk about eyes. We talk about that you are the most favorite person. Yes, the non-literal Noor, the non-literal meaning. Excellent.
Yeah. Cost and
Bravo, Amina. Bravo. I like your slides.
yes. When we listen someone say that something costs him an arm and leg, or this car costs me an arm and leg, we will be amazed. How that? Mean that this things or this car is very expensive and costing a lot of money.
Exactly. So like we say, it cost, like we say, you an arm and a leg. We don't mean here, we don't talk about an arm or leg. We mean that it was very expensive.
Bite your tongue. If you bite your tongue, you don't say something that you would like to say. For example, I wanted to argue, but I had to bite my tongue. That means you stopped yourself saying something because you know it would not be sensible to say. And that's very difficult. So you must be...
Yes.
Yes. Face music. Face music means turning your body to the direction of the music and standing in front of it. Friends or parents tell you to face the music, that means to face the reality or to deal with the reality of situation and accept all accept all the consequence, whether it's good or bad, but mostly it's bad.
Yes, to face reality. Excellent. Yes, go ahead.
Another example, look like $1 million. Wouldn't it be great to look like $1 million? If someone tells you that you look like $1 million, you should take it as a huge compliment. You look wonderful, fabulous, and really attractive.
Excellent. So we say something and we mean something. Excellent. Yeah.
Find your feet. Is it possible to lose your feet? Not. They are attached to your body. So what does it mean when somebody says they are trying to find their feet? If you find yourself in a new situation, for example, living in a new country and having to get used to a new college, you should say, I'm still finding my feet.
Excellent.
It means that you are still getting used to the new environment.
Excellent, Amina. So here, do we say something similar in Arabic?
بمعنى انه لساتني بتعود هيك.
Yeah, يثبت حاله، يثبت نفسه. Okay.
لسه استقر.
Yeah, nice.
Cut to the chase. When somebody tells you to cut to the chase, it means that you have been talking too long and haven't gotten to the point. When reasons use,
Let's cut to the chase. Cut to the chase. So don't talk about unnecessary things, unnecessary details. So be straightforward. Excellent.
When person uses this idiom, they are telling you to hurry up and get an important part without all details. But we should be careful when we use this idiom. Because if you use it while we're talking to someone like a college professor or our doctor, it will be rude and disrespectful.
Okay.
So let's cut to the chase.
Okay.
Why we use idioms, or what the benefits of using idioms? We use it to enhance our language and make it richer and spicier. Also, it improves our foreign language by extend our knowledge of the language. Help us to understand more and build confidence by increase our vocabulary and expressions.
Nice.
Finally, we have a small tip or advice. Learning to use common idioms and expression will make your English sound more native. So it's easier to master some of these sayings. That may seem like a lot of work, but learning idioms is fun, especially when you compare English idiom to the idioms in your own language.
Excellent. That's why I used to ask you about Arabic, because it is really studying or learning idioms is very interesting, and it is fun, and you know the culture. So when you use idioms, when you are able to understand idioms, your language seems to be native or native-like. So okay, no problem, Futun. So to know or to understand idioms, you need to be familiar with the culture. So when we say like, look like $1 million, if you don't know the culture, you think that they are talking about money. But if you are described as, you look like $1 million. So if you see in front of you $1 million, then $1 million, then you say, wow. And then, so when someone tells you, you look like $1 million, then don't look around you searching for the $1 million or the $1 million or the dollars. This is a huge, as Amina mentioned, a huge compliment. And
yes,
you need to know the culture that you look fabulous and attractive.
Yes, Doctor.
Bravo, Amina. I'm so happy and I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, Doctor.
Thank you.
I hope that all of you have get benefits and understood what idioms literally means. And
excellent. Excellent, Amina. Excellent.
You're welcome.
Saba?
Doctor, I have another example for idiom. Break a leg. It means حظاً موفقاً, like good luck.
Or let's cross
Also,
fingers.
there is an
Let's
idiom
cross
of
fingers. Yes.
couch potato,
Yes.
or cold feet, or having a cold feet.
Yes. Exactly. These are nice examples. Do you have any questions for Amina before? Amina, this is the end of your...
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Excellent, Amina. Would you please stop sharing? Thank you so much.
Okay.
Excellent, excellent. Well prepared, well presented, Amina. So thank you so much.
You're welcome, doctor.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So as Amina mentioned, until Hamza is ready. So Amina nicely talked about or presented idioms. So when we say sail down the river, recover the coals, drop the ball. Okay. So in these cases, like she put her foot in her mouth. So imagine, we can't. I mean, imagine that here you mean the literal meaning. You can't. And you mean that, or sometimes you say, don't talk over the shoulders, or he ate his hat, or eat your heart out. So we can't take them literally, and we should take them as an idiomatic expression to mean something else. Now, Hamza, are you ready? Hamza?
دكتور حمزة مش موجود بالميتينج.
Okay.
دكتور أنا اللي بعده أحضر حالي.
Okay. Hamza disappeared? Okay. Okay. We don't have, okay, Hamza is not here. So I'm going to talk very quickly about lexical semantics. Maybe Ahlam mentioned something about lexical semantics or subfields of semantics. One of them is we have lexical semantics, and we have compositional semantics, and we have a pragmatics. Lexical, when we say lexical at the level of mufradeh or word, at the level of word, so at the word level, compositional at the level more than, I mean, for larger units, phrases and clauses and sentences, and pragmatics, language in use. Now, the section that Hamza was expected to present, Amina, thank you. Would you please send it to my email also, send it to the group? And send it to my email. Bravo, Amina, thank you.
Okay.
So is lexical semantics. So lexical semantics, we focus on the word. So word meanings. So in lexical semantics, we don't focus on sentence meaning. We focus on word meaning. And here we have reference. I asked Hamza to focus on reference and sense. And reference, the meaning of a word is not like a dictionary entry. So the question here, like we say, is that the meaning of a word or expression is its reference. What do you mean by reference? Its association with the object it refers to. So like when we say table, we know that طاولة in reality. So what's the reference of the word table? The word table has the reference in the object it refers to. So it has, so the reference, and it is called, this real world object is called the referent. So the referent of the table is different from the referent of the chair, because table and chair are two different words. Okay, they are two different words, and they have two different referents. So reference is what? The association of the word with the object it refers to. Not the object itself, the association. Be careful if I ask you in the exam. The reference is the object in the real world. True or false?
False.
False. The reference is the association of the word with the object it refers to. This is true. But the referent is the real world object. So طاولة is the referent of the word طاولة in Arabic. طاولة in the object that we have in the real world is the referent. And then I don't want to talk a lot about this. I just want to compare this with sense. So what's the difference between the difference between reference and sense? Means meaning. There must be something more to meaning than reference alone. This is also suggested by the fact speakers know the meanings of many words that have no real world reference. So what if, remember we said the referent. So what is the referent of, what's the referent of door? This is so easy, an easy question. What is the referent of the word door? A real door in a door in the real world. But so door, table, chair, house, boy, book, man, woman, girl, boy, these are real world objects or reference. But some words are abstract. Abstract, they have abstract meaning, abstract, مجرد, not ملموس, not محسوس, okay? Maybe like when we say faithfulness or loyalty, الولاء والانتماء والإخلاص. These are not real world reference. We don't have something in real world that we can see or touch that is called انتماء or loyalty. These are unreal objects, or no real world reference like unicorns or the hobbits or the Harry Potter. In this case, when we say sense, we focus on what the word means. Like when we say what the word means is the sense. Okay. Now, I want to save the time and give the chance for your colleague Tabarak to present lexical relations. So lexical relations between words, So Tabarak, would you please, okay?
Yeah, Doctor, I'm ready. Please give me a host.
Okay, now you are the co-host.
Yeah.
Yes, Tabarak, the floor is yours.
Give me just 1 minute to
Yes,
prepare.
okay, yeah, that's fine. Until Tabarak is ready, so please don't get confused, like we say, sense. So now when we talk about lexical relations, so Tabarak is going to talk about sense relations, relations regarding the meaning. So reference and referent, reference is the association of the word and its, the association of the word with its, with the object it refers to. And referent is the real world object. This is the referent.
دكتور بليز عندي مش ظابط، فممكن تعطي السماح لملك راح تعرض لي.
Malek?
دكتور.
دكتور.
Okay, sure. Okay, make co-host. Yes. Yes, Malek.
Can you see my screen, Doctor?
Yes.
Okay.
Good afternoon, guys. Today we will talk about lexical relation. Please, ملك أعطينا السلايد الثاني. There are a few ways to characterize the meaning of the words. You can do it by morphology or phonology. However, there is another way to characterize the meaning by lexical relation. So let's go to know about what is the meaning of lexical relation. Lexical relation are the connection established between one word and another. For example, we all know that the opposite of war, the word closed, is open. Please, Malak, give me another slide.
Excellent. So open, close. So these are opposites. Excellent.
Yeah. Here we have a type. There are a few common type of lexical relation. The first one is synonym, antonymy, hamponymy, and polysemous. There is not all type of lexical relation, but it is an introduction to lexical relation.
Yes, Rahaf. Okay, you can.
So let's go to know more about what is the meaning of synonym, and I will give an example. So the meaning of synonym are the words or expression that have the same meaning in some or all in context. You have a same meaning, in synonym. So for example, John is quick, John is fast, John is speed. So you know that quick, fast, and speed is same meaning, but in different pronunciation and in different spelling. Here we have an warning. It has been said that there is no perfect synonym. That is. No two words have exactly the same meaning. So when we say we have two words, when we say couch and sofa, you know that it is
sofa and couch. Sofa and couch are synonyms.
Yeah.
But we don't have 100. We don't have two words that have 100% exactly the same meaning. We call them near synonyms.
Yeah, doctor. So we know that sofa it's a difference in بتختلف بالشكل عن الكوتش.
Yes.
Yeah. Please, Malak.
Yes.
اللي بعده. So
you have something to say, Qais?
Yes, doctor. Something about sofa and couch.
Yes.
I think in America they use couch, you know, a little bit more than sofa, and in a British they use sofa. I think.
Yes, that's why they are synonyms. Yes. They have yeah. I mean, they have similar meanings. When we say synonyms are words that have similar meanings.
Yeah, I know they are the same.
Yeah. Maybe one is used more in US, one is used more in Britain. Yeah, this is a good point, Chris. Thank you. Synonyms, words that are similar in meaning.
Here we have antonymy. Yeah, doctor. Here we have an antonymy. Antonymy, the meaning of antonymy, the words that are opposite in the meaning. So when we say John is small, John is big. So we all know that big and small, it has an opposite word. Also, John is slow, John is a fast. You know that slow and fast, it is an opposite word. Here we have a kind of antonymy. The first one is a complementary pair. The second one is a gradical pair. Complementary pair such as alive and dead. A complementary pair, when we say alive, it is mean not die. When we say die, it is mean not alive. So it is a complementary way. It's a complementary way.
Either alive, so alive or dead, present or absent, awake or asleep.
Complementary.
Yes, they complement each other. You can't be alive and dead at the same time. So we get one of them.
Yeah, doctor. The second one is a gradual pair. You can use it with a quantifier, and you can use it with a comparative and superlative. So you can say a very big. You can say biggest or bigger. This is a gradual pair.
Bravo, bravo, Tabarak. Yes.
The third one is
gradable, like we say, very big, very small, very, and so on. Yes.
Yeah, you can use a quantifier and comparative and superlative.
Excellent.
The third one is homonyms. Are the words that are pronounced the same but have a difference in meaning. So when we say son and son, you know that son is Shams, son is Ibn. So it's the same pronunciation, but it is a difference in the meaning.
Excellent. So this is homo means homo sound. Like we say homo means same. Phone, homophone. So words that have the same sounds. So the same sounds, the same pronunciation, but different meanings, like son and son. 8 the number and 8 the past of eat. Sun in the sky and sun, someone's son. Excellent.
Yeah. The last one is polysemous. The polysemous, when a word has a multiple meaning that are related conceptually or historically, it is said polysemous. So, for example, we have a word as a diamond. We all know a diamond is relating for a jewel, and also it is a possible file.
Baseball, yeah.
Baseball, yeah. You can determine it from the sentences. When we put it in a sentences, you can consider and you can determine it is meaning a jewel, or you can determine it is a possible fight.
Excellent. So polysemous, poly means multi or many.
Yeah.
Polysemous word is a word that has different meanings. How do we know? According, as Tabarak mentioned, according to the context.
Yeah. Another example, blind. You all know that the blind is a man who cannot see, or a problem in your
blind,
eyes.
yes, blind.
Yeah, blind. When you put it in a sentences, the blind, it is a different meaning or a multiple meaning. It is an akitara. So I'm finished, doctor. Thank you for giving me a chance.
And the last one, hyponymy.
I'm sorry, doctor. I forget it. Okay, hyponymy is a relation between the more general terms such as a color. For example, we all know when we say a red, you all know that the red is a color. So a red is a hyponymy of color. When we say a dog or cat, you all know that the dog and cat is a hyponymy of animals. So it is a general terms.
Excellent. So hyponymy, so we have one general and then one under it. So when we say the word color, under it we can have red, we can have yellow, we can have a black, we can have tens or hundreds of colors. So like we say red is a hyponym of the word color. Like when we say lion is a hyponym of the word animal. Okay, and thank you so much, Tabarak. ختامها تبارك وختامها مسك. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And bravo. Thank you so much for your presentations. Thank you, Tabarak, for your presentation. And thank you. Yes, you did a great job. Thank you, Yara. Thank you, Amina. And thank you, Ahlam. And thank you, Qais. Thank you, Noor. And Bushra and Sura, Aya, Rania, and Malik. And thank you for each and every one of you during this semester, because you did a great job, and inshallah you will be given, as I said, full mark in participation and 3 extra marks in the final. And very quickly, I know that time is over and now it is 1:08. So in order to give you the chance to prepare for the final exams, this is going to be the last Zoom meeting, and I'm really so happy to have you in this course, and inshallah I'll see you in future courses in syntax, in social linguistics, and so on. And Keep the good work. And for the final exam, please, the final exam, just the material included in the mid. So the first 15 pages of chapter 1, and then chapter 2, and then we have we add to this chapter 3 syntax. If you still remember, in syntax, I think we studied from, so in syntax, page 75 to 95. 75 to 95. In semantics, we have page 133 to 137. Then we have one. Is that okay? So and then 143. Can you double check this, guys? 143 until what?
133 to 137.
133 to 137.
Yes.
Then we excluded
143.
We excluded 138 to 134, right?
Yes.
130.
But you said semantic rules, it's not included.
Not included. 138 to 143. Right? Then from 143 until, yes, 143 until 151. 144 until 151. 151, yes, 151, and then we have metaphors.
Until lexical relations.
Yes, metaphor 130, 134. Sorry, okay. I'm going to write this for you. So now we have semantics, page 133 to 137, then 143 to 151. Page 138 to 142, these are excluded, they're not included. Okay? Yes, Noor, I did.
دكتور نبعت لك سلايداتنا على الإيميل.
على الإيميل, yes, please. Send them to my email. Thank you, Tabar.
Have you seen it?
الصورة then قيس.
لا عادي خلي قيس وأنا بدي أحكي شغلتين لأنه.
Okay. Yes, قيس.
Okay. I was saying that I sent my PDF presentation.
Yes. I have it, قيس. Thank you so much for your excellent presentation, and I'm going to upload this via e-learning so that your colleagues want to have a look.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, قيس. Thank you so much, Aya. Thank you, each and every one of you. Sura?
دكتور ممكن إنه تكون الأسئلة multiple مش true false لأنه بتكون كثير دقيقة، وهذا الإشي لأنه بحتاج منا كثير تركيز وما بنقدر نرجع للسؤال يعني، وهذا الإشي ضيع علينا علامات بالمد.
Okay, Sura, true or false is easier for you because if I give you multiple choice for A, B, C, D or A, B, C, D, E, then this is not easy for you also. But
okay.
Please be ready for both, Sura. Be ready for true, false, be ready for multiple choice.
Okay. نقدر كمان إنه نعمل محاضرة قبل الامتحان بأسبوع يمكن هيك إشي عشان بنكون دارسين وإنه نراجع لو في عنا أسئلة.
Okay, I mean this is a good question. I'm willing to do so if it is possible, but at that time there will be a very, very heavy load on المنصات, the Moodles. I'm not sure if we can do this or not. But Sura and everyone, please, if you have questions, Sura, please send them to my email, or if you are close to campus, you can come maybe mainly on Sunday and Thursday. Sunday and Thursday, I go to my office. Sunday and Thursday. Sundays, on Sundays and Thursdays, I go to my office around 1 and 2, like something like this, 1 and 2, 1, 2. So either you send me the email, the question or questions by email, and then inshallah, I'll respond, I'll reply to you, and then giving you the answers, and or you can ask me between, let's say, 1 and 2:30 in my office.
Okay.
Malek?
Yes, doctor, I want to ask you just one question about the definitions for the mother, daughters, and sisters, and these things. We need to know them for the exam?
You mean in syntax?
Yes.
Yeah, like if I say, in this tree, A is the mother of B, true or false? Or the mother is...
Can be a mother and a sister.
Yes, like something like this. Or I say a daughter is a node immediately dominated by, or sisters are, let's say, nodes that are immediately dominated by the same node, true or false, something like this. Or I give you the tree and then I ask you the relationship between A and the node A and B is. A is a mother of B, B is a mother of A is a sister of B, and so on.
Okay, doctor, thank you.
You're very welcome. Surah, do you have any more questions? Because I forgot to ask you if you have any more questions or not before I move to Malek.
No, I don't have. Do you want our presentation?
Yes, please send me the presentations to the email.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for this wonderful semester with you. And although we didn't meet in person, we didn't meet in class, but I hope that you learned and you benefited from this course. And inshallah, I hope to see you in future courses, inshallah, on campus. Thank you so much. And good luck for all of you.
Thank you so much, Doctor, about everything.
Thank you.
This was the most amazing course in all of them. Like, I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Noor. Thank you so much, Qais, for your excellent, for your work, for your efforts. And please just stay motivated. And as I always said, work on your accents as Noor did, and Qais and Malak. I don't want to forget other names, Aya and Bushra and Noor and Ahlam and Amina and Yara. So thank you so much, Amina, and inshallah, good luck for all of you.
Doctor, inshallah, if we take with you another courses, we will see you in the campus.
Yes,
No,
inshallah.
so.
Inshallah.
We already booked for another courses for you.
Okay.
And I hope to see you next semester as well.
Inshallah. Very happy to have you in my classes, Noor and Qais and everyone, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.